finally getting this car ready to go. It sucks, but we gotta rebuild the transmission, and I'm gonna show you why. So after driving this car like I stole it, basically, trying to get this car to go into first gear is an absolute nightmare. So as you can see, I'm trying to go into first and it will not let me. I can go into third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and second, but second's the one who grinds the most. And that's what I've been trying to avoid. But if I try to go into anything else, yep. Oh no, that sounded expensive. All right, but we're gonna try to get this transmission out so we can go ahead and build it. So let's do it. All right, I have never done any type of huge maintenance on this, so this will be the very first time that I'm taking any of this apart besides just regular maintenance. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to take apart as much of this side as I can so I can see the transmission itself, so I can see what I need to remove, because I'm probably gonna remove this to the bottom, but I wanna get a good idea, and then I'm gonna go ahead and try to put this up on jack stands so we can try to get this from the bottom. Some way or some shape or form, we're gonna get it done. Alright, so far we've taken off the valve cover, this boost hose, intake box, the battery, and then any surrounding brackets. Looks like there's a lot of harnesses and everything that we gotta start taking off above here and around here. So I'm gonna try to see if I can move these harnesses away, and then we can start getting rid of all these lines here. I think these are oil cooler lines. But before we do that, we're definitely going to raise it up and drain the fluid. Alright, I got this plug out. Alright, so here we are back again, trying to get this transmission out of my car. I'm at the point where almost everything up here is already taken care of. Besides those shift cables, I'm gonna go ahead and take those off. But next, I'm gonna have to take the wheels off, because the next thing on this is to lower the subframe, and the steering rack is gonna come with it. So I'm gonna have to find a way to somehow get this subframe off. I know I don't really have much room because it's only on jack stands, but let's go ahead and try to figure this out. Alright, so we're back again. I got some different plans of how I want to go ahead and do this. Luckily I have a friend who let me borrow his quick jacks, so I'll have a lot more room to work under here, so that way I can get these axles out. Everything's good, and then I still have space to lower the trans while we're all coming out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the wheels back on so I can go ahead and take the jack stands off, and then finally get these quick jacks on. Alright, it's a new day. We got these quick jacks under here. As you can see, we have so much more room. Shout out to my boy for letting me borrow that. That is making my life so much easier on this. Right now, we have basically all both the wheels off. We have almost everything up top. Now it's time to basically get ready to drop this. I have to go ahead and connect the steering rack. Get rid of the take off tie rods. So there's a last couple things I need to do before I'm ready to drop the subframe, but we're getting right there. We have so much more room under here, and so let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so we have to take several pauses to get this formula just right, so when I get the transmission coming down, it's all gonna be good. So we have these jack stands ready to go just in case. We're gonna use these two jacks. One's gonna hold up the engine, and then one I'm gonna lower the trans with. I'm gonna try to do this as smoothly as possible, and hopefully I don't drop anything. Let's go. Project's been going on for like span over a month, and I've had a lot of complications with the axles and the low control arms with the ball joints not wanting to come out, so I had to improvise and find a way to basically get all this off. The day that I finally got the transmission out, I did not record, but I took it to work because I'm able to take it apart there, and I have all my tools there, so I'll be more efficient, and I'll try to get a video of me rebuilding that. But now everything's on the ground. I had to take my struts out and lower the knuckle with the subframe, because originally it was supposed to split down here, but I have a couple other plans for this car now that it's basically like bare. I'm probably going to put some lowering springs on now that I have my struts out. As you can see, I have a new clutch for it. It's just an OEM clutch from Exity. The old one wasn't too bad, but might as well replace it now that I'm here. I'm in the process of doing that as well. I'm going to go hopefully to get someone to help me out because I need someone to counter at the crank. And then I'm going to finish up the transmission at my job, bring it back, and finally get it back installed. So for now, this is basically as far as we're gonna get, and I'll be back, and hopefully I'll get you guys ready, and we'll be back for part 2.